Having been a war correspondent for most of my life, it is a perilous job and a hard call. It means going to places torn by anarchy, death, and destruction. It means bearing witness to atrocities, massacres, and horrors. At the same time, being a war correspondent means documenting history. It is reporting from the front line without any bias or prejudice. Many people died, many journalists died in the line of duty, but without them, the world will be blind. We made a difference, and we're going to continue to make a difference.
Natural disasters and wars are very similar. I mean, the aftermath of our biggest natural disaster last year, Typhoon Haiyan, actually looked like a war zone. Millions of homeless people, thousands of destroyed homes, 6,000 people killed. Those of us who work most of the time in an office would say journalists who cover natural disasters are a bit crazy. They head towards the disaster when most people want to go in the other direction. We see the devastation, but you also see the stories of survivors and of hope and of rebuilding.
North Korea may not be a natural disaster, but it's certainly a man-made one. Most recently, it shocked the world by executing Jang Song-taek, uncle of North Korean ruler Kim Jong-un, and until then, the second most powerful man in the country. Our journalists put a lot of effort into staying ahead of the competition on big political stories. Like any beat, sourcing is critical. You get the political coverage right, you have excellent sources, and probably spot a major policy change coming.
Our sports reporters tell not only what happened and when, but why and how, and crucially, what that means for the future sporting and often political landscape. Sport is a multi-billion-dollar business. It matters to our customers on many levels, and Reuters journalists embrace every aspect.
Well, when you look at what's happened in Europe over the last 4 years, you've seen the near complete collapse of some economies. You've seen unemployment soar to 25%. You've seen government slashing spending, raising taxes, trying to explain those measures back to the people through the journalism that we do and connect the policy with the people. That's critical, and that really is the way that I think business journalism, asking the right questions, really cutting down to the essence of the issues and being able then to explain that both to the financial markets, to other decision makers, and ultimately the people who are affected by those decisions, I think makes it really critical. It's the pressure of being ahead on that story, of making sure you understand the ins and outs of it and can explain the broad sweep of it to our wealth of clients. We've got reporters on the ground creating the best context they possibly can. So you've got to know the top ambassadors, you've got to know the top decision makers, you've got to know the leaders or their staffs. And in that way, with our network, we're able to break more news than any of our competitors.